Hi Aries, this is going to be a general reading for your sign between the week of the 8th to the 14th of December. Let's begin. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Strength. Ongoing strength. What you're going through this week is allowing you to feel more strong within your energy, within your emotional integrity about how you need to continue moving forwards at this time. And it's also coming through giving you strength as a confirmation of letting you know you're going in the right direction. Pardon me. Ongoing strength, establishing strength, gaining strength this week. You're finding by following where you're being guided to go is giving you the strength that you desire. I feel like your fire has been kind of, for a long time, it's been dependent on other people to ignite your flame, and you've not really trusted in igniting your own flame. Not trusted, you didn't know how to do it, and you never sought the solution internally. You always thought it was something external, like you needed to meet someone, or you needed to be in a group of friends, or you needed to be around certain people. But the answers that you're looking for is within, and this is what you've been following as of late. You've been following the answers within, and now you're at a point where you're gaining strength this week because you're now able to ignite your own fires within you. You're able to ignite your fire within you without having someone to do it for you. And this is not just like a this is something very insignificant and important for you spiritually, that you're able to ignite things by yourself, because your fire becomes very strong and powerful. But you need to be the one that, being a cardinal sign, you need to be the one that makes the fire happen in the first place, create the fire. You're able to make a fire burn as hard as it can, but it's like you're not being able to create it. And what that means spiritually is that you probably don't understand what the hell I'm talking about, but spiritually what that means is within yourself you're not able to create opportunity, ideas, follow inspiration that leads to a certain point that helps you develop further within your life. Of, like I say, we want to go into this career, you're not able to really inspire yourself, go within and find what exactly the answer of you wanting to do, specifically connected to your emotions, connected to your feelings about what specifically you want to do. It's like you've always been having to watch people and see what other people are doing, and then emulate them and see if that makes you happy or not. And this is where you're finding the strength. It's like by you following your own feelings, your own intuition, following where you've been guided. This is making you feel stronger within yourself, and realizing that you're much more capable of doing things than you previously thought you were capable of doing. You've been around some shady people, people that have not really had your best interest in mind, people that have kind of been using you to get to where they want to go in life. You've been around a lot of people that have been abusing you, using your energy, abusing your energy to get to where they want to. They've not had your best interest in mind. It's kind of like they used and abused you, and then moved on to the next person, moved on to the next person, or did whatever they needed to do. But you've kind of been left behind by people, friendships in particular, is what I'm feeling, or even relationships, love relationships. And you might be meeting someone here this week where they might be coming in trying to be one of those kind of people, and you're recognizing this person for who they are, because you've leveled up far beyond that point of where you used to be. You you seeing things, you're going to be able to see this situation from a different perspective, see this person from a different perspective for what they're trying to do, and you're recognizing the pattern, or that these type of people, when they come into your life, how they come and they approach you, and what they say and how they behave. You're noticing there's a correlation, there's a similarity, that they all do a certain type of thing. There's a certain behavioral behavior pattern. And you're noticing this pattern. This person is trying to trick you, and you're gonna snuff them out, and you're gonna be like, oh, I see. You're not gonna reveal what you're learning, but you're just gonna shut them down. You're not gonna entertain that. You're just gonna keep it at arm's distance and be like, yeah, just speak over from there. So you just go, yeah, just speak over from there. Spiritually, of course, like you're noticing them, you're not saying anything, you're not reacting to whatever they're saying. And this is where people have had a control over you as well. They've been able to control your fire, how you should burn your fire. And this is why it's important for you to know how to ignite your own fire. Yeah, you're in a new beginning at this time. You just trust in your heart, trust in your intuition. You're in a new beginning. You're in a whole new world. Literally, I'm hearing that song from Aladdin, A Whole New World. You're in a whole new world right now. Nothing is going to be the same. Like, you think things are going to go in a certain way. You feel like there's a little bit of a rat race going on. Like there's a rat race, and you need to find yourself in this new cycle and be, in this rat race and be ahead of everybody else. But nothing's the same. You're going to realize nothing's the same. And you being yourself in this time, in this cycle, is really going to help you move forward more quicker than a lot of people, to be honest. But you have to go within. You have to really go within rather than go outside. Being outside is not going to give you the solution that you're looking for, and it's not going to give you the right answer. By going within, you're going to find the right answer from a place of serenity, from a place of love. I'm seeing like Avatar. So when he goes to learn from the dragons teach him the dance, and that's something that is from within. That they teach him that fire is actually an element of love. The heart chakra is actually not made of water. A lot of people think that water governs the heart chakra, but it doesn't. Water governs love. It doesn't. It's not water that governs love. Water governs emotion and lust. What rules love is actually fire and air. It's a combination of the two elements of fire and air that make love, that make the heart chakra, which is love, basically. So you need to understand and seeing that those dragons, because they have that sort of rainbow fire, and the rainbow fire is a significance of like all the 7 chakras. This is the meeting point of the 3 chakras, and the meeting point of the 3 upper chakras is the heart chakra, basically. And so it's like the fire is basically really connected to spirit, and that's what the dragons representing. And by the only way you tap into spirit is going within. Okay, and you might be wondering how can I go within? You need to ask yourself questions about what makes you happy, what doesn't make you happy. I think that's a good starting point, where what makes you happy and what doesn't make you happy. And I want you to list all the pros and cons of the things that make you happy, and all the things pros and cons of the things that make you unhappy. And I want you to make a list on 2 sides of things that make you happy and things that make you unhappy, and see the correlation of the things that make you happy and the things that make you unhappy, and just make a correlation of like why those things make you happy, why those things make you unhappy, and see if any of them are interlinked with so the things that make you happy, if any of them are interlinked with the things that make you unhappy. You will find that the things that make you happy, in some kind of way, they're linked in to the things that make you unhappy, is because you're looking for the answer on the external world. I think the best way for you to do this is to meditate. Just practice meditation. Just sit down and like breathe. So they do this in the army as well, is to meditate. And by meditating, you you know, you're not just connecting to yourself, you're connecting to a state of like where you're nothing, you're not thinking about things, you're not trying to figure out things, you're just sitting there in silence and just trying to acknowledge the silence. And that's how you find the answers, is by allowing yourself to kind of like um, allowing things to unfold rather than chasing things. I think that's the best way I can put it, is to let things unfold. And you can do this in meditation. You just sit and breathe and just try to clear your mind. Don't force yourself to clear your mind, just allow your mind to clear itself. Just let things unfold. Let the things unfold. It might take a bit of time for you to get able to get a clear mind, but meditating will definitely help you here in this new chapter, in really connecting to yourself deeply more than you ever have, simply because you're in a new beginning, but it's also going to allow you to, like I was saying, move fast very quickly, because fire is ruled by spirit. And if you understand your own spirit and you're able to connect to your spiritual guidance very easily, then it's going to be very easy for you to move forwards in this new cycle of yours. I keep hearing strength. You're feeling very strong this week. Whatever's going on in your reality, you're feeling very strong this week. Maybe you're realizing whatever I'm saying. Yeah, you are. You're realizing whatever I'm saying to you this week, that you're in a new cycle, and it's not necessarily a rat race. Everyone's going at their own pace. You're recognizing it, that everyone's at this sort of point where things are changing in a very dramatic way within the world, and everyone's trying to rush to the front, but like no one knows what the race is about. Like, are they running, or what are they doing? Like, they don't know if they're running, they're in a car, they're on a motorbike, like no one knows. Like, and you're kind of seeing this and like, what are these people doing? And you're recognizing there that you need to shift and change your way of being as well. You've already been changing a lot, and you're like, I need to better myself and become better. It's fantastic energy, to be honest with you. It's really good energy. This is the energy of a secure level up, of a sure level up, should I say. You're winning something here. That's why you're feeling strong. You're winning something. Something in your career is working out in your favor, and you're feeling like a winner, and it's giving you strength, because you've been following your own intuitive guidance of like what's best for you. This could be like a career. I feel like this is something you do solo, like a freelancer. This could be like a freelancing thing that you do, and you're seeing you're feeling like a winner in it, because you're doing really well this week. Let's jump into your reading. So your current energy at the moment, you've been feeling like you've been out on a cold. You've been feeling like you're isolated, worried, worried about your emotion. You've been worried about how you've been feeling about things. Like, you've been worried about just life in general, finances in particular. How you've been feeling about things in regards to your finances, and you've been trying to show yourself a lot of caring and compassion, showing yourself loving feelings, showing yourself kindness and being like, this is a temporary situation, this too shall pass. I am just in this moment right now, but you are worried about your finances. You may have experienced some kind of loss here recently, where you've had to work extra hard, more than you normally do, feeling quite isolated, feeling worried about finances in general. But you're bringing in, trying to show yourself as much caring and compassion, loving feelings, but you're still like feeling very dissatisfied, even though you're trying to like look after yourself, make yourself feel better. Telling yourself this too shall pass, but you're still feeling very dissatisfied, like contemplating what you could do, feeling very bored, apathetic towards life, like, what the hell is going on in my reality. But the truth of the matter is you've gone through a transformation here, and you've leveled up, you've mastered yourself. You have a lot more wisdom, and you're actually taking back the authority of your life, authority of your energy. You're sitting in your truth right now. You're truly embodying your own energy and sitting in that energy of who you really are. Your theme for the week is the Hierophant. So the Hierophant basically is speaking about spiritual wisdom, gaining spiritual wisdom, gaining ancient knowledge here, going through a stage process of learning spiritual alchemy. The Hierophant teaches the full, basically the fundamentals of life, of spirituality. And this is what you've been learning. You've been learning that you needed to shift your internal so that your external has shifted. And during this week, you're going through a process of mastery where you're mastering that process. Basically, you're mastering how to basically unlock the doors to your future in regards to being blessed, not just in the spiritual but in the physical, by having your internal makeup in such a way that your external world reflects it. So wherever you are in the inside, you've come to recognize that your external world is going to reflect it. So if you feel love inside, your external, the universe, you're going to manifest situations that make you feel more loved. If you have a lot of hate, the universe is going to send you more experiences, more situations where you feel more hatred, where you experience more hatred. So you're going through this period during this week of mastery, of mastering your foundation, basically, your foundation towards a successful life in all endeavors. And this starts from within, but it's also you're gaining a lot of spiritual wisdom here. You're breaking away from being conforming to a way that no longer benefits you, that no longer is in alignment to who you are. So beginning of the week, between Monday and Wednesday, you're in this energy of the Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups here is basically you believing your dreams can come true, you're feeling content, feeling abundant, feeling like successful. Clarifying this as we have the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords clarifying this, and it also says peace restored. So it's like you're restoring your peace in regards to this situation where you're feeling quite apathetic. You're understanding that you have gone through a mastery here, and this is just what it's about. You had to go through this shift internally, and it's causing a bit of a glitch in your physical reality, because that's what needs to happen at this time in order for things to shift for you. But it's like, this clarifying this is like you're gaining clarity that your dreams are coming true, that you will be fulfilled, you will be content. You are finding contentment in particular between Monday and Wednesday, and this is in regards to this new beginning. You understand that you are in this new beginning. You're feeling very like taking spontaneous action. You're having like this childlike wonder towards the world, and this is your confirmation that you're on the right path. You're gaining this sort of peace restored. You're gaining clarity about, yes, you are on the right path. Yes, you are. Your dreams are coming true here. And this is something spiritual. This is tying back into your theme of you gaining this spiritual wisdom, connecting to this ancient knowledge that you have within you, that's connected to your soul in your Akashic records. You're fully understanding and connecting to the spiritual side of you that is basically mastering the basics, basically. And so between Wednesday and Friday, you're in this energy of the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is a very slow moving energy, but this is the beginning of something. This is the beginning of this journey. So the Knight of Pentacles, he goes to this lady to teach him how to grow pentacles, and it's a long journey. He ends up falling in love with her, and they become kings and queens. He becomes a king and she becomes a queen, and so they get married at some point. And this is also significant for you here, because it's like you're beginning this journey of following your purpose. We have the Judgment clarifying the Knight of Pentacles, which means that you're going through a process at this time where you're beginning something here between Wednesday and Friday that's in alignment with your purpose. What's calling you, your life's purpose, your soul's calling. You're being called in a direction, and you're having a breakthrough and understanding what this is. And this is a career. You're starting a career here between Wednesday and Friday. This is just literally at the beginning of it. Like, you're like, should I go and do this? You're at that point where you're like, should I go and do this? And you're like, yeah, maybe I should. And this is your confirmation that act upon whatever it is that you're thinking of doing between Wednesday and Friday, because that is indeed your purpose. This is where your soul's calling you. This is where your life's purpose lies. You're having a breakthrough here of like really understanding that, yes, this is what I want to do. This is going to be very fruitful for you, because it's going to allow you to be financially free in the future, and financially very abundant. But your focus is going to be more or less on understanding that this is a development of your soul, development of your personal life. This is what this journey is actually representative of, not just, financially, but more in alignment of what makes you feel whole, what makes you feel good inside. This is what this is about. You're beginning this journey here between Wednesday and Friday, and yeah, you're going to find that you're going to be able to master yourself and gain a lot of skills, and it's going to allow you to feel very determined step by step, because you're going to feel very connected to whatever it is that you're going to be starting to do. Between Friday and Sunday, you're going through this energy of the Hermit. So the Hermit here is basically about you doing some soul searching, self-examination, introspecting about what's best for you, what's not best for you, and trying to tap into your inner guidance leading the way. Here the Hermit, he goes on a journey. He's the Fool and he becomes the Hermit, and he goes on a journey of trying to figure out what he's meant to learn at this point in this chapter in the story. And so he basically climbs up a huge mountain. As he climbs up the mountain, he ends up having to climb another mountain, because he realizes at the end of the first mountain he hasn't learned anything, and he's like, well, I meant to, every part of my story I've learned something very significant. So he decides to continue traveling, and he ends up climbing up another mountain, which is a lot taller than the first one, and it's much more treacherous. There's a lot of ice, there's brittle rocks, and his fingers start to bleed, and his teeth are chattering because of the cold, and his clothes, he starts off with this really flamboyant clothing, and it becomes all matted and grey here as he's climbing up, and he grows this white beard. And he gets to the top, and he's like, what's the point of me being here? There's just jagged rocks everywhere. There's like black ice, it's very slippery, brittle ice as well. And he's like, what's the point of me coming up here? And he turns and he sees a hole in the wall, and he goes through this hole in the wall, and it's a cave. And this is where he finds the staff, the lantern, and the cloak. And so the cloak keeps him warm, it allows him to feel comfortable, and the lantern's got a star in it, which is also representative of the star that we have within us, which is a heart basically. So this is the heart basically leading his way, and so he's following this heart, this light, which is his heart basically, and he has this staff, which basically helps him, obviously stand up and move around. But he sits in the cave, and he decides to allow his mind to wander, because he went on this treacherous path of just like going into the absolute unknown and seeing what he could find. He hasn't found anything yet, so he decides to just sit and allow his mind to wander. And I feel like you're doing this here between Friday and Sunday. You're at this point where you've traveled so far into the unknown where you've never been before, and you're allowing your mind to wander. And this could be through meditation as well. Meditation is going to be very beneficial for you at this time. If you can try to implement it, you will see a lot of success from it. but he allows his mind to wander, and his mind just wanders, and it basically gives him the answer that he wants. So normally when he would sit, he would think about things, but this time he was just like, let me just let my mind wander and see what I can get. And so clarifying the Hermit is the Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands is saying, oppression is basically feeling weighed down, feeling like, there's burdens, there's hard work basically, that you're having to go through, like you're feeling weighed down. And clarifying that is the Seven of Cups way. So you're feeling like there's an illusionary success, there's too many choices, there's too many opportunities, and you're feeling very confused about like which one is the right one for you, which one is the wrong one. Again, you need to step into this Hermit energy of allowing your mind to wander. Just let your mind wander, and this is how you're going to find a solution to this problem. And I feel like it's going to be very important for you to do, because you have many different paths. The Seven of Cups is representative of many different paths, but only one of them is the true path. So it's like by allowing your mind to wander, you will gain the answer that you require, because it will just become so blatantly apparent to you if you allow your mind to wander. Rather than thinking, let your mind wander. You're going to have all kinds of crazy thoughts pop up into your head as you're doing this. You can close your eyes or keep your eyes open. It's probably best to close your eyes and just see what comes up, and just acknowledge whatever comes, even if it's as stupid as like some meme or like some joke that you've heard, like whatever it is, like just allow it to come up. Don't try to force it, and just let your mind wander. You're literally gonna find the answer. You're gonna find the answer, but you might be feeling like you're feeling fatigued, feeling battle weary, like you won't be able to do it. Feeling like you'll need some resilience. You don't need to. You just need to sit there. You don't need to control anything. You need to just relax. And this ties into this your theme for the week of like mastering this sort of spiritual wisdom, as that you have all the answers within you. You have the answers you seek actually lie within you, not externally. The knowledge you seek, that you've always tried to seek out, has always been within, not externally. Like I was saying in the channel, it's always been within. And this is what you're learning here. You're gaining that spiritual wisdom. You're gaining that ancient knowledge here, and it's allowing you to build as making your material work for you. You're building a sanctuary for yourself, and the sanctuary is representative of you building a new life, a new career for yourself, that is going to be a safety net for you, to allow you to keep moving up basically. And you're going to find a lot of harmony with it, and you're going to find people that can work with you, and that you can work with them. So this is going to be very important for you. Allow your mind to wander this week is what I want to say. And this is how you're going to get the solution of like what is the best option for you to take. But you're going to be starting your purpose here regardless, but like these decisions that you're having, this decision you're having to make by following your inner guidance is going to help you streamline it, so you get to the you stay on the journey basically, and you see tangible results quickly, rather than taking a detour and going all the way around. And this is what this energy is all about. Like, you're feeling way down at this time. I can obviously see it here. You're feeling a little bit, or you're not a bit, but you are feeling lost here, financially related, and it's making you feel very apathetic. And this thing you're beginning, obviously it's the beginning, so it's not straight away, but it's like, how can I get to this point, but at the same time pick up something on the side and work something out, like to have a job on the side or whatever. But what is the best option for me here, the way that I can go, that will lead me to making my dreams come true much more quicker than having to wait a long time. And the answer literally lies within you. Just sit down in the darkness, whatever works for you, and just allow your mind to wander. I promise you, it will become very apparent. You might need to do it for a few days straight, or even for a long time. But just let your mind wander. Like, we sit and you could go on TikTok right now, for example, and you could scroll the shit out of TikTok, for hours. But you can't sit there. A lot of people can't sit there and just let their mind wander. It's crazy. But just let your mind wander, and you will get the answer. Like, it will become so obvious what you need to do. But yeah, that's your week for you. I'm gonna pull out your challenges for this week. This is a really really important week for you, to be honest with you. You're gaining what you really need at this time to help you move forward. This is a very strong foundation that you're creating here. The Hierophant is representative of the spiritual foundation that you're gaining here, and this is going to help you become very successful in the future. And not only that, but you're also stepping into your purpose. You're recognizing what your purpose is here this week. You're having a breakthrough and figuring it out, which is amazing, to be honest with you. Some people spend their whole lives trying to figure out what their purpose is and never get even close to it. But you're figuring out what your purpose is here, and this is really important because your purpose is going to naturally unfold. Like, things are going to naturally unfold. You're not going to have to worry about so many things. It's just in the beginning where you're having to make the compromises, but as things start to develop, as you start to see the growth of the plants growing, they will start to bear fruit, and as they bear fruit, your life will become easier and easier. So your first challenge, or should I say challenges for this week, is you're having a bit of difficulty stepping into this new cycle, this new beginning. Like, you're feeling like, you can't do it because, you're not really feeling passionate, you're not feeling inspired to keep moving forward. Like, you feel like your luck hasn't changed, but it has. You're in a new cycle. The seals come off. You're not in the old reality anymore. It's like you're lacking the courage. You're like, you're not really feeling confident. You want someone to lead you. You want someone to sort of hold your hand and lead you into the future. But it's like you're having to have this courage within you, and to basically say, yes, I can continue to have this adventure that I've been having, and be confident about the fact that your life is an adventure and you're going in the right direction. But it's like you're lacking the confidence, you're lacking the courage, should I say, at this time. This is the agent energy right now. It's not just for you, it's for everybody. So the agent energy is trying to throw off people, especially if you've been doing the spiritual work, the inner work, facing your fears and stuff. The agents are trying to throw off people because the big shift has happened. If you haven't watched my recent videos, I posted like 2-3 videos like a week ago about a big shift happening in the universe. It's done. It's officially done now. But the agents have come out now and they're trying to throw everyone off, basically. And I feel like it's going to be an energy that's going to be prevalent for a few weeks, where agents are trying to throw people off. And the people that haven't done the work, they're going to be like affirming to them that, like, yeah, these people are going to start coming out and being like, oh, I told you it was all woo-woo, it was all bullshit, like all of what you're thinking. Everybody has their own path in life. And these people that haven't done any work, they're going to start coming out and saying to people, you should have done what I done, you should have done what I done, basically. And they're going to start coming out soon. And these are the people that haven't done any energetic work. So the agents are trying to filter people from free people, and they're trying to filter the people that are meant to stay in the matrix. And the people that have stayed in the matrix, that have said, I'm not doing any work, they're going to come out in a few weeks and start to say stuff like, you should have done what I done, you should have done what I done, basically. So yeah, you're lacking that sort of passion at this time to say, feeling that you're in a new cycle, feeling like things are not going to work out in a way where you're going to be able to become balanced, where you're going to be able to come harmonious. It's like you feel like you're juggling, and you're you're thinking you're going to lose your balance if you keep going like this. Like, you don't know how longer you can keep this up for. But this is just a challenge for you. These challenges, you really need to be aware that this energy, the energy of the challenge is just trying to keep you stuck. It's not like trying to help you level up. It just wants you to stay in your current reality. And this is just simply just the energy of it. The best thing to do is not give it energy when it comes up, and that's how you close it off, kill it off, is by not giving it energy. Like, if someone's trying to hurt you, you don't start speaking to them, for example. So let's put it out an outcome to see what your outcome here is given the reading. Oh wow, so your outcome here is for the reading is and success. So you're seeing progress here. You're becoming victorious and successful in freeing yourself from the prison that you've been in. So it's like you've been in some kind of prison, this feeling, this like apathetic board, feeling, you know, like this, that, you know, at a loss, and like what's going on within my life. You know, you're coming out of that prison. It's like a mental prison, and mostly a mental prison, because you have been doing the inner work. You have already gone through a transformation. You're in a new beginning, but it's like a sort of like a mental thing going on, where you feel trapped, where you feel like you can't get out, and you're restricted, and it's like all this negative thinking. But you have another card of victory here. We have the Six of Wands as well. So it's like you're feeling very victorious. You know, you're going through this healing here. You're going for a transition. Sorry, I meant to say that first. You say you have the Six of Swords. So you're going through a healing, a transition, and you're releasing at the same time. This prison, basically, this mental prison, is what you're releasing at this time. That yes, you're actually free, but you haven't thought that you could go out and do all these different things. You're recognizing here that yes, I can do all these different things, and you're finding a lot of personal growth, but by freeing yourself from this mental prison that you've been in, and also, again, becoming very victorious, successful, feeling very enthusiastic about what's to come for you in the future, and feeling, you know, fulfilled, knowing wealth is on the way for you. Your energy is very wealthy here by the end of the week, and it's like you're very practical and confident that yes, I'm on my path, and things are working out for me, and my dreams are going to come true here. So this is a fantastic reading for you here, Aries. I'm going to leave your reading here. If you did like the reading, book, my website is but if you'd like to book a reading, my website is down in the description. And other than that, have a fantastic week, and I shall see you soon.